go.
How's it going, guys? I'm your host, Crofty, and joined with me is ProtoAus, who is running any percent Half-Life today. I hope you all had a good stream. Yeah, that's pretty much it. How you going, Proto?
Pretty good, man.
You all right? You got anything to say before?
No,
before
it's quite a big intro. I guess we can just start, and then I can start speaking.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, should I count we in?
Yeah, and if we got time, I'll do some plugs while we're at it.
All right. So should I count down?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello, everyone. My name is ProtoAus. Or just Proto, sorry. I changed my name on Twitch recently. I'm going to be speedrunning the main category of Half-Life, which is just Scriptless, which means that every action we do on Half-Life can only do one thing. So we got to do every trick manually, which means that, you know, no scripts, nothing like that. And it requires a lot of different binds. So every time we jump, we got to jump manually and whatnot. And we change our frame rates, like right here, which I kind of failed. Come on, Barney. So we'll be changing the frame rates quite a few times. It's not just the game dropping frames or whatever. It's actually me changing it with different FPS binds. We've got one for 4 FPS, 20 FPS, 23 FPS, and 100 FPS, which is like our equivalent of uncapped. And you can see there, I lower my frame rate just to open the doors a little bit quicker, or get NPCs to turn quicker. And we can manipulate NPCs like we are right here, where we push them into doors and get them to open doors that are not supposed to be able to be opened as early as we can. But there's a big intro sequence here, which we can kind of just have a little bit of fun with, and we kind of just have to sit through while we wait for the actual game to really start. So these NPCs have to like go to these scanners to open this big door, but we just kind of push them a little bit quicker, or a little bit closer. I just finished up work, so I'm a little bit tired, you know. Hopefully it goes too well.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
For whatever reason.
Oh, yeah? If you've got a little downtime, I guess. You got time just for a quick plug? Or
yeah, sure, go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll just plug the donations and I'll just do charity first. Like we do most years, Beyond Blue, who are raising money for this year, and they're a charity working to raise the awareness of mental health and help improve the lives of individuals, families, and of communities affected by anxiety, depression, and suicide. If you would like to donate, do !donate in chat, and it'll give you the link. And for donation incentives, do !incentives, and go have a look at that and see if you want to put your money towards an incentive in the run.
Pretty cool. So we're going to be doing a big skip coming up, which saves roughly a minute, and it's relatively new, but it's been around for 2 years or so. And that's where we're going to get this cart, and we're going to do something called an object boost. And that requires us to push the cart and kind of release our push. And for whatever reason, when you have a high enough frame rate, you get quite a big push when you do this. And we're going to set up very, very precisely in a spot around here. And we're going to ramp off this little ramp here, and we're going to go flying in the air. And we're actually going to touch an invisible trigger, which you can't see. And that trigger is going to load the next level. And you kind of need these triggers just to, when you like make a map for Source Engine or whatnot, you kind of need these triggers just to point at them and be like, hey, when this scripted sequence is done, load the next level. But we're just going to touch it manually. And then we're going to land on this invisible floor. And then I'm going to change my frame rate to 23 FPS, and we're gonna fall onto a different invisible floor right here, and we're gonna do a jump bug, which is frame perfect, and that's gonna let us take 0 fall damage. So let's just set up here. Ooh. Do the 23 jump bug, and we just skipped a bit over a minute. And the jump bug is a trick where we hold down crouch and we release crouch and we jump on the same frame, and the game gets confused and it lets us fall great distances without taking any fall damage. It requires us to be like within 2 units from the ground, so it's very precise. This like beginning sequence is very KZ based, or very movement based, I should say. Whoop. I'm gonna lower our frame rate to 20 just to get out of the water a little bit quicker there. We're picking up a bunch of armor because it turns out, and the reason why we did the jump bug is to get a bunch of HP. Because we can skip this like electricity sequence. If we have enough armor and HP, we can just jump right through it. We lose a bunch of HP. You can see I have 30 HP now. But pretty much all the HP and all the armor throughout this run is very much routed. So even if I have 1 HP, it's pretty much fine because I intended for that to be. Whoop. But yeah, every time I'm near an object and I kind of push it, that's just sort of the physics quirk of the game being ran at a massively high 100 FPS, which I guess Valve didn't really intend back in the day. Another one of those NPC glitches where we're going to shoot the NPC here, and Barney's going to be angry at me and he's going to pull his gun out. And he's going to start chasing me around trying to shoot me, and I'm going to throw some grenades on the floor. And then he's going to open this door for me. And yeah, NPCs tend to have this ability of being able to open doors if you push them into them. Like coming up soon, right here. So I'm going to shoot him in the legs, stand in front of him, throw a grenade out the door, grab some HP. Oh, okay. It wasn't as sweet as it could have been. But yeah, scare him into the door, and then could have jumped in after he'd blown up. But I misplaced the grenade. Something about those NPC tricks where you push them into the doors is that... Oh, grenade boost. Is that you can't save or load on the levels that you do those glitches on. So anytime I do an NPC glitch, I pretty much have to do the entire level in one try. Because if I save load in that level, it prevents the door from opening, which is really weird. It just seems like when you save load, it just fixes the glitch and NPCs won't be able to open the door. Coming up is going to be something called an edge bug. And it's a very neat trick where you lower your frame rate to like 20. And you touch the very edge of a platform right here. And you take no fall damage because there wasn't a frame of you touching the ground. Pretty much like you kind of glitch through the air at a low enough frame rate, just like just then. That that was a little bit risky. That the frame where you're supposed to be touching the ground doesn't really exist, and so the game gets confused and it doesn't take any fall damage. Like there. 20 FPS, 4 FPS, bunch of switches. Oh, this is a pretty cool boost. Whoop. Barrel boost. I would have took fall damage there, but I did an edge bug off the zombie's head. Good recovery. I only had 3 HP, so I would have died. This is like a little, I don't know what you call it. It's like a little mini boss where we gotta kill this like tentacle thing, but we're kind of doing it out of order. We gotta like set up the power and the fuel and whatnot, so there we go. Oxygen, fuel, and we did another part of the level to turn on, I can't remember, something. And now we're gonna go out of sequence to this tentacle part, and we're gonna hit the button through the wall, because this game doesn't have a check for if you're hitting buttons through walls. That button right there. So you're supposed to be stuck in that room while you watch this cutscene play where the fire comes down and blasts the tentacle and kill it. But we're gonna come out here to this like broken sequence area, and we're just gonna get some HP from this scientist. He heals you if you have less than 50 HP. I'm gonna do some surfing on the ramps there. Gonna grab some HP here because my HP is a little low. So these water like sections here have a little bit of a push trigger, and when you jump out of the water and then you do a little bit of a duck spam, oh, your feet touch the water and don't touch the water a bunch, and it like repeatedly pushes you and unpushes you, and you gain a lot of speed. Jumping over that barrier there pretty much skips an entire chapter.
I've been waiting for you. One of your
We're gonna be using these strip mines as a staircase. Not much of a glitch, but definitely unintended. Oh, what? Oh, get out of my way. On a rail, which is a very painful chapter because you have to b-hop on the side of these tiny platforms here. Oh, if you're unfamiliar with the mechanics of, you know, source or gold source. Okay, that was alright. We did the little wiggles in the. Oh, I lost a lot of HP. I don't know. There's too much HP there. Oh. We do the little wiggles to gain a little bit of speed, and we repeatedly jump just to reduce ground friction. And on a rail is notoriously hard for being a bit of a bad chapter for this because it's like a lot of things you can get stuck on while be hopping through. We got save load bind, so it's very easy to, if you make a mistake, to quickly save and go back to that save that you placed.
Proto, someone in chat's just wondering what patch this is.
This is version 1. I know this answer, but I am so tired. I can't think.
Understandable.
1.107? It's sort of like an earlier version. It's before B-hop capping. So there was like a version of Half-Life where they patched the B-hop cap. Or I think they did it for like Counter-Strike 1.6 or something. And we play on the version before that. Because obviously we want to go fast. And B-hop caps are very unfun. And yeah, it patches single-player Half-Life, which is kind of shitty. Ooh. Don't want to miss that jump. Oh. So right there actually is a very interesting one because you don't really get to see it, but we fire an SMG into the wall. And we get one of the alien guys to actually run and open a door for us. So that's a case of where you get an enemy NPC to actually open a locked door. And that skips a small sequence.
Proto Dom says in chat that you owe $69 for charity because of swear jar.
Wait, what?
You owe $69 to charity because of swear jar. That's what Dom said.
Oh. my mistake. What was it? Is it $69 because I said shit?
Yeah. No. You're digging yourself a deeper hole, mate.
Does that times it by 2?
I don't know. You'll have to talk to Dom.
Body? What body? So when you save load, you get rid of the little black screen here. And we save load again, jump, jump. And then we can skip that little... Oh! These walls are trains, which you can actually jump on top of and tell to move quicker. It's supposed to be like a crushing wall sequence where the walls come together and like kind of crush you in the middle. But you can kind of break it pretty hard. So coming up is Wayzone's meat grab. He found that you can grab these little bits of meat and like throw them and go through the vent really quickly. But it's a very hard trick, so let's see if we can get it. Oh! That meat moved out of the way. Okay, that died. Okay. That's like the worst RNG you can get in that part. There's like, I don't know, there's like bubbles that like fall down from the roof, and sometimes they can push the meat like subtly, very subtly normally. And that time it just pushed the meat way out of the way and I couldn't even grab it. Ungrabbable meat. But yeah, there's like meat that floats on the water and you can like do an object boost with it. One of the weirdest strats in this game is if you go to this floor here and you press E, you move quicker. To my knowledge, that's the only instance of being able to move quicker underwater by pressing E. You see the trip mines there? I lower my frame rate to 4 FPS, and I can kind of like just glitch right through them, and they just don't even see me.
You got time for a quick donation?
Go nuts.
Melissa Moyle just donated us $32.69. Thank you.
So those doors, you can see like I lower my frame rate before I touch them. And there's sort of a new strat that we kind of found that when you lower your frame rate before you touch a trigger, it kind of advances the doors ahead a bit. So you can kind of hop through them without losing speed. It's a very difficult strat. And, NPCs get in my way. So right here we're going to fire an SMG and we're going to kill that guy. And we're going to save load, save load, save load. And it's going to repeat his dying animation, which is going to let us get more and more drops from him. And we're going to use that to get a bunch of SMG nades. Oh, get out of my way. Because SMG nades are extremely powerful. Come on, dude. I need you. You're my savior. And I just picked up the Gauze gun, which is a very powerful gun as well. This is where the game really starts to go nuts. Oh, I didn't even see that. Guy threw a grenade at me. Oh no, my HP's really low. Oh, I didn't prepare for this. Let's get one more. And this Gauze gun, when we charge it, we can fire it behind us and get great speed. Let's hit this ramp here. I'm gonna have to play this a little bit safe because my HP is quite low, but it should be fine. So we're gonna use this Gauze gun here to jump across this entire canyon. Ramp off this ramp. Oh, ramp off this ramp. Oh. I need a Red Bull. Oh, there you go. The Gauze gun can also do self damage, so you can see I kind of like was shooting at the wall there, and it kind of reflected and hit me, which kind of gave me a little bit boost of in the air. Coming up is one of the hardest tricks in this game called Maxim's IHD, which stands for Maxim's Infinite Health Door Glitch. And pretty much I have to do it all in one go because it's one of those NPC glitches which I was explaining earlier. And those NPC glitches require us to do the entire level in one try. And we gotta do a bunch of hard strats and force an enemy grunt to run into a door and then get stuck in the door. So here we go. And pick up our friend's kills. shouldn't be like that. Maxim's IHD should come with the Maxim's coffee. Throw a grenade here, get the NPC to run into a door, kill him, get stuck in the door, and you can see here that we start gaining HP. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm counting the HP loops. 5, 6, 7, and you know, 8. A little bit more. Some safety HP. And now we can do a bunch of grenade boosts without much worry, because we got just so much HP in reserve. Oh. Those self gauzes are quite cool. These hornets are used to reverse the door so they close quicker and start, you know, the next level sooner. So I shot at him, and now he's gonna run and open this door for me. We really do abuse all the NPCs in this game. Anytime they can open a door, we force them into it. So that little save load there was actually pretty cool, because when you charge your gauze gun and then you save load and you release it, when it loads the save and you released it, it fires the gauze at direction 000, so you don't even have to look behind you. You just load your save and you release and it fires behind you. Oh, whoops. I'm supposed to charge it there. Kind of forgot. I played this game before. Another NPC that we're just going to shoot a little bit, get him angry at us. Now he wants to shoot us. He opened the door and then we fire an SMG, so he runs away from me and opens the other door. Now this death trigger here, we're gonna shoot some hornets, and the death trigger is gonna try to hurt the hornets instead of me and skip that fight sequence, which saves like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so. Oh, we throw a grenade in there, which breaks a cage thing right there, which starts the sequence a little bit earlier. We're gonna do this new glitch where I'm going to lower my frame rate to 4 and then wait for 3 frames when the level loads and then save load. Which I think I got. Which kind of speeds up this animation sequence that we have to wait for. Let's see if I got it. I'm not even too sure. Yeah, I think I got it. That saves like 5 seconds or so. This mini boss has only certain parts where you can damage her. She can get very easily glitched in this area, so we actually have to stand in a very certain position when we attack her, which is kind of weird, but it does matter. When she gets glitched, you just have to deal an insane amount of damage. It's very strange. And we're gonna skip the last part of the boss, this mini boss fight by damaging this floor that she's supposed to break. By just throwing a bunch of grenades into it. I'm gonna SMG. Go straight into the next area, skip that sequence. Save load again, like I said, and it fires that SMG at direction 000. Self gauze to do some cool damage boosts. We're getting up to the final boss here. Okay. I don't normally fail this. Oh, there we go. Alright, final boss time. So we do a very specific attack sequence. Save load to glitch the Gunarch? It's gonna call him Gunarch. The boss's HP, and then we keep getting the boss to turn around like this so it doesn't ever attack. And then we boost up to its head. When we shoot its head, that's time. To be honest, not the best run, but still pretty good. It's fine. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you guys for watching. That was good fun.
Yeah, it looked like a really good run. I guess as that's done, we've got some donations.
Oh yeah.
I got two. Alright. Ooh, okay, we got some big ones. Firstly, Godlike Hobbit gave $148.11, and he says, "I've got you this time. No more swears, please." So he covered for you, dude. Nice one.
Thank you.
And then Input Evolution donated $21.62. Said, "Here's $20 to charity to help pay off Proto Swear Jar." I also like to remind people of the
so nice.
I also like to remind people of the incentives. We have one more. There are a number. You can have a look if you want. If you do !incentives in chat, but there is one more incentive game that is Fantasy Zone, and currently we have $5,868, and $0 has been put towards that. Incentive game. If you would like to see that, I highly recommend donating and putting, commenting and putting your money towards that game, because, it's good to show as much as you can in the marathon. But yeah, that was Half-Life Scriptless by Proto.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Dungeons and Dragons Heroes, any percent by Mind Orion. I guess I'll see. Guess you guys will enjoy that. What are we looking for time? Oh, we're good on time, I guess. Yeah, that's it.